Welcome to day 2103 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and created a couple of pieces of content today. This is a segment that I talk about what I'm doing, what's working, what's not working. I'm still in blown up crazy mode. Just got back home from traveling. Haven't even unpacked yet. And we're coming up on holiday, Halloween, which is so fun with grandkids that I'm getting ready for that and kind of, I'll unpack when I unpack. It's not like I don't have enough clothes and stuff that I don't need to hurry up about it. So today, a couple of pieces of content. I call this one, make the most of what you've got to get your contribution goal. Why? Because we are focusing on the area of contribution this month for the Get Up and Go, the Get Your Goals annual challenge. Okay, it's almost November and I still say the wrong thing. I mix up the Get Up and Go challenge, which I did for 2 years on and off. Every other month I did a 30+ day challenge to keep us moving, keep me moving and everybody else through the pandemic. And then last year I did, and alongside that I did an annual challenge. I've done an annual challenge for, 5 or 6 years online. And I've done them for the vast majority of my life. I've created an annual challenge for myself. Most people pick a word of the year. I pick a whole annual challenge. So we're going through our contribution goal process. We're focusing on contribution this month. It's the final area of the 9-part life framework that I use. Again, it was a 7-part life framework I learned from Jim Rohn and Tony Robbins back in the 1980s. Yes, I am that old. And I've used it ever since, but I added communication and confidence. The end of the pandemic, end of 2020, I joined a coaching group heading into 2021. And I'm like, if I'm going to learn and emphasize and study these areas and aspects of in these core skills in communication and confidence, why would I not share that with the people when I'm doing my annual challenge? So I did that. And I'm like, why would I not add these to my life framework of key areas to have legacy goals in? Because confidence and communication are skills that we should continually improve and that underpin our results and success in all the other areas and aspects of our life. And the truth is, all of these areas impact one another, right? I learned that in a very big way in 2010 when I had a sudden cardiac arrest. Up to that point, I, for a few decades, had not been paying hardly any attention to my physical well-being and my physical health. I'd say close to under 5% was my concern was about how am I doing physically, right? Am I eating right? Am I taking care of myself? Am I exercising? No. Am I sleeping? No. Am I stressed? Yes. All the bad things converge together to show me how much my little red wagon could hold. And so now I know to do things that involve self-care, involve getting out in nature, taking a walk, involve eating meals, not living on diet pop and sugar. Or my thing was jalapeno potato chips. I love jalapeno. I still like them, but I only eat them rarely. So today our idiom was make the most of what you've got. I love this idiom. It's been around since 1526. Well, since before then, because it was first recorded in 1526, meaning it was probably popular for a couple of hundred years, even before it got written down. But anything that's been with us that long has a huge impact on our society, on our culture, everything. And we all know people who are awesome at happiness. They make the most of every situation. No matter what's going on, the good, the bad, and the ugly, they have a positive outlook and they find the optimistic, good things in that situation. I didn't used to be that way, I don't think. I think I wasn't naturally that way. But again, following that sudden cardiac arrest, a little bit, I wanted to be that way, but I wasn't really. My subconscious was negating it. But after that, I spent a lot of years and a lot of time and energy figuring out, well, how do I actually become that type of person? How do I change my identity? Still have a pessimistic streak, come by it naturally. But I make a concerted effort to flip that switch from negative to positive as quickly as humanly possible because I know the impact that it has on me, my life, and those around me. So make the most of what you've got. I like this one. And I found a bunch of lists on how you can make the most of something, make the most of time, etc. And got a little frustrated, which I tend to do too, about, hey, you got to join our mailing list if you want the whole list. They'll give you 4. And if you want the other 5, then you got to join their mailing list. And I'm like, delete. I don't care about that because I know my own lists of how do I make the most of what I've got. And the most important thing is for you to ask yourself that question. How do you make the most of things? How do you make the best of things? How do you put you into something so that you can get the most out of it, etc. And then our topic for the challenge today was step 6 of our goal process, which we're just renaming every month. So last month it was the confidence goal process. This month it's the contribution goal process. And we're on step 6, which is resources, support, and accountability. And I renamed that to ARS today, ARS, accountability, resources, and support, just because it's easier to remember. Might not be easier for you, but it's like anything else. We take it and it morphs over time as we use it and we make it our own. So what do you have? What do you need? And what do you want in each of those areas? What resources do you have? What support do you have? What accountability do you have? What do you need and what do you want in those areas? That was our assignment for today. I always like doing that because I inevitably discover that I have a lot more than I think I have whenever I set a new goal. There's a lot more resources in our lives than we realize. And if we just open our minds, we see them, especially when we've got a specific goal that we're going for. So that's it. If I can help you in any way, hit me up. Getting ready for Halloween here. Always a fun holiday. Used to be one of my favorite holidays. Thanksgiving and Halloween were always my favorite holidays. I used to have a Halloween party every year, and I kind of miss it, but I don't, if that makes sense. As I get older, I'm like, nah, don't need it. All right. Have a great day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.